Hello and welcome. This is Chrisanne. I'm coming at you from Elemental Energies with Chrisanne. Today we have a fun project. I had planned to do part 2 of my whale tail. That's going to be tomorrow, so come back for that one. I've just been shoveling crazy amounts of snow today. I did not have the energy to prepare for that one today, so we're doing something else. Today we're doing, I'm calling it 2-for-1 tags. It's 2 for 2, but we're going to call it 2-for-1 tags just because I kind of like the sound of that better. So we're going to be making these tags. You can use them for journaling on the back. You can decorate them any way you want. It's the technique that I'm doing. But I also wanted to show you, maybe you're thinking of doing videos, maybe you do videos. I am not an expert in videos, but I have been a teacher for a very, 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 very long time. And I'm a somewhat organized person. I'm not a complete organized person, but I also wanted to take this video to show you tips that help me prep when I'm doing a video. I probably could have done a whole video on that, but I decided it's kind of, I have it all right here, so it's kind of nice and easy just to show you right now. So when I'm prepping for a video, the thing that makes me feel a little bit more confident about what I'm going to be doing in that video, or feel a little bit more prepared, or actually be prepared, if it's something I'm preparing for. Not all my videos I prepare ahead of time for. Some I just do stuff off my desk or, whatever. But when I'm preparing, the thing that makes me the most successful is to have a container or a bag. If you watch me, I use bags a lot too. A container or a bag to put the stuff in for my video. Now this video, I did have a little bit of prep. So I needed a container to put my things in. So the majority of my things for this video were in this container. So this was in this container and I kind of had it sitting up. But let me show you what I have. So, I have a ball of yarn or fibers to be the fibers of my tag. So, okay, I thought that was interesting. I have my ink. I have my sponge. My other sponge is right here. So I have those. I have my little decorative element tins with these goodies here. Oh, look, I got ink on it, but that's okay. We can still use it. I pre-cut my papers. So I have a stack separately of my plain colored paper and another stack of my decorative paper already organized. So when I start to show you the technique, I have this coordinated with this. I have this coordinated. They're all laid out very specific. Believe it or not, there's a system. I have some additional paper because of what I want to show you. I have some decorative elements to put onto the tags that we're going to be making. Of course, I have, like I said, my paper dolls, and my punch is, whoops, let me get these out of the way. Let me put that over there. My punch is right here, my tag punch. So I keep all my goodies together in one spot, and we're probably going to be using those as well on my whale tails. So I keep everything together. I can either keep it here at my desk, or I have a spot right over here where I put items to keep them out of my way, except these I want on my desk, to keep them out of the way so I can have space to actually prepare what it is that I'm preparing, what it is that I'm making in my videos. So I just wanted to show you like a quick little, and I always keep scissors handy, and I always have different types of papers, book page, etc. if I need that as the video goes on. Sometimes I keep those right there. I always have a space where I keep things, and my scissors are always stored right here, but they're at the ready. I've already decided sort of what scissor I'm going to use for the project. And believe it or not, I did clean out my glue bottle nozzle tip. It took me like a half an hour to clean this stupid thing out, and I'm still not sure it's fully cleaned out. If somebody knows a tip on how to keep the tip of this clear from glue, other than me stabbing it and picking at it and all that type of stuff, is there like a, oh, look at me, I'm covered in ink. Is there like a solution to soak it in that's safe? Let me know. I'm interested. Okay, let's get to the project. So I am calling this 2-for-1 tags. So you saw all the supplies that I use. So let's get out some of those right now so we can get these made. So what you're going to need are 2 types of paper. In this case, I am using 2 decorative papers. You want to use 2 plain colored papers? Whatever. Have at it. And then I have 2 bases that I am using for my tags. These are cut at 4 1/4 by 2 1/2. 4 1/4 by 2 1/2, pre-cut. And in theory, they should all match, and they do. So this is what I'm doing. I'm in the process of mass making things right now. That's kind of on my mind, that I want to get things, whatever my things are that I'm making, I want to get them mass made. So let's mass make some tags. I use a ton of tags in my journals. So we're going to put these together. I'm going to match them up as best as I can. And I'm going to do one of my favorite techniques when it comes to working with paper. I wonder if it's yours as well. We're going to tear it. Doesn't matter how you tear it. We're going to hold them together because you need them together evenly. Tearing it right down the middle. Now look, this side is automatically going to match up with this side. So look, my 2-for-1. And then I'm going to ink them, and I'm going to glue them onto these, my 2-for-1 tags. So I have some ink on this. I, right now, am only concerned with inking here, here, and here. This I can do later. I'm not worried about that right now. It's this. Now, say, for instance, yours doesn't match up. For whatever reason, maybe it shifted while you were tearing it or something. I have a solution for that as well. But let's just get this one glued down. Now, I am using somewhat directional paper. So pay attention when you are cutting up your paper, the direction that your paper is going in. You want to use non-directional paper? Have at it. I have decorated paper. This happens to be a Park Lane paper pad. I think it was a 6x9 one from my from my Joann days. So, yep, making sure it matches up there. Pick whatever theme your journal is. Use whatever papers you have. You have packaging you want to use. You have whatever. Use whatever. See, it doesn't matter how much I clean this thing. Okay. Now, I'm going to put these together. Hold it just for a second. Actually, we'll do that in a minute. And then I have my tag punch. This is 2.5 wide at its widest point. That's what gave me my 2.5 width measurements. And I have my little garbage bucket right over here to keep me more successful, ha ha ha, and being somewhat more organized. I try. Am I 100% organized? Oh no. Am I 50% organized? On a really, really good day, I am. Now I'm going to come back in. I'm going to ink all this. I'm going to ink the sides. So if there's like a spot that I didn't quite match up right to the edge, like right there, when I ink it, in theory, it looks better. Isn't that cute? Super simple. So we're just going to put a whole bunch of these together. Then we're going to come back and we're going to decorate them. Now, I want to show you what happens if, well, let's get this inked. What happens if this doesn't quite match up? What do? I have my book page at the ready. Let me just make sure this is the direction, and it is. They match up. So let's just say they don't quite match up. I have some book page here. And let's just tear a little bit. So look, we can do a little bit of book page right there. Now, where's my, yeah, okay, there's my paper cutter. I have to make sure no matter what, this measures at 2.5, okay? So let's go ahead and we'll glue this down just because I wanted to show you another, let's do glue here. Another option. There's always a way to fix your quote unquote mistakes. And I'm going to just put this over the edge this way just a little bit because I just wanted to show you this technique of filling in need be. So we got that massive storm a couple days ago. And I'm like waiting and waiting and waiting for my plow guy. And my plow guy, who is a delight. He's a doll. Really adore this guy. He is such a help for my family. Poor thing wasn't coming back. And I thought, oh my gosh, maybe he got hurt. You could do this with your paper cutter or you can just trim it. Maybe he got hurt. Maybe he was sleeping because he does 80 driveways, including businesses, per storm. And I have always said to him, come here last. I am not a priority. I am not a business. I mean, yes, my son goes to work at the crack of dawn. But don't worry, we'll be okay if you come here last. You know, no pressure. I'm trying to give the guy, like, no pressure. Well, I expected him yesterday because he said, oh, and I'm putting this in my tag punch all the way in. Because he said to me the other day, I'll be back tomorrow, meaning yesterday. And he wasn't here. So I'm starting to get nervous now. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I have 2 massive driveways. What am I going to do? My car is still snowed in, too. Keep that in mind. My back door is snowed in. Can't open it. Tried doing that today. Couldn't open it. I was out the other day, yesterday and the snow day, trying to clear some of this. So we have another tag made here. We're just going to go through and we're going to make a whole bunch of these. And then we're going to decorate them. We're mass making. So I said to my mother, I got to go out there and I have to start shoveling. I have to get the back door open because yesterday when I was outside, if you watched me before, I've been talking about these stalactites and stalagmites that are growing off my roof, dripping onto my steps, and then growing up from my steps, all ice. So yesterday I went out, put those over there, put these over here, top and bottom from my pile. Here they are. You know what? I'm going to leave this not inked and put it on this. So I just have some sort of different combos. But before I do that, I want to add a little bit of stenciling to this one. And I'm just taking my Punchinella, some blue ink, and I kind of added that at a little bit of a slant. So yesterday I went out and cleared this huge ice mound that was on my front step. It grows so thick, so high, and so fast that last year I had multiple weeks in a row I couldn't open my front door, no matter what I did. So I have my mom living with me now, and she is not as mobile as my son and I are. And it's a little bit of a walk for her to go down my steps of my back deck and then into the car. So I'm trying to get this rectified, and I'm trying to get this working. So I completely cleared off the ice yesterday. Oh my gosh, it took me forever. And it's really cold. It's like 5 outside Fahrenheit. And at night, it's been getting to like negatives. So I'm out there working. Got this top step completely cleared of ice. Completely cleared. Oh, what an accomplishment that was. Let me tell you. I was so accomplished. Wake up this morning. It's back and it's even bigger. All the ice and the water had dripped off the roof. Keep in mind, we have 2 feet of snow. So I have roof heaters and I keep them on around the clock. So all of that is dripping, luckily, off my roof onto my front step. It is so big. It's like more than 24 inches across. More than that. And it's got to be, today it was more than that thick. So, I don't know. What was that, 5 inches? Yeah, at least 5 inches thick. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. That one's pretty. Incredibly depressing. So I said to my son, get some more of that dog safe ice melt stuff, because we've used it. So get more at work. So he brought me home 2 more bottles today. Because, Cassie Rose, I can't have her out there, even though it still seems to burn her little feet. So I bring her in, I wipe her feet off, pick her up, She's like, eh. She can't move, poor thing. So, yeah. So I went out there tonight. Again, I tried chipping it away today, and I'm like, this is so fruitless. It's not going to happen. I tried so many times. And while I was out shoveling, my plow guy showed up. Oh, sight for sore eyes. And I had to shovel from one corner of my house all the way to the deck, all around my car, around my son's car. And this poor guy was plowing my driveway. I have 2 massive driveways on either side of my other side of my house. Plus, he has to dig out my my dumpster and all that fun stuff. So he saw me attempting to shovel, and he gets out of his truck, grabs his shovel, and he's like, "Just get out of the way." I was like, "Oh my gosh, poor thing." He went, shoveled my back steps onto my deck, shoveled to my back door. I'm like, just get me to the door. That's all I need. Don't do anything beyond the door. I'll worry about that tomorrow. Because I have 2 feet on my deck. I got to get that off my deck. So he's like, all right. So we did that lickety-split. I was out there like an hour just doing that. Whew. Let's see, which do I want as my top? I think I like that as the top. So I got that done. Then when he was done, I finished going around the cars, my car and my son's car, and I had to clean up the walkway. Then I went back to that stalagmite. I'm like, do you know of any tricks for that? And he's like, no. He's like, you need a cover over the top. I'm like, yeah, you want a job next year to come help me do all this stuff? And he's like, I can't. I'm doing another job. I'm like, okay. I have a really good friend who is in construction, but he doesn't live here anymore. He was in the area last year, and he's the one that came and helped me with my bathroom debacle. And my mom needs major help at her house. I was really hoping my friend would come back, but his wife said no. All right, that's their deal, not mine. I wish he would. But whatever. Not my deal. So I'm hoping we can get out the front door tomorrow. I am going to try and be a little more aggressive with that tomorrow. It is not going to heat up to be above freezing until I think it's next week Thursday. So I have a week to go. I need to get rid of this ice. I poured a whole bunch of that ice melt stuff on it tonight before I started this video. Tomorrow I'm going to be a little more aggressive with it. I think I want that to be the top. So I always get nervous if I can't use one of the doors. But the front door is needed now. All right, I'm going to do a little stenciling on this one. Just a little. Just a hint. And you know what? Let's just put down, let's just do a little blue here. There. So fingers crossed for that darn ice that it just is able to melt and go away tomorrow, because it's a problem. I mean, and it's a hazard because it's super thick, and I do not want anybody falling. This one is going to be a little, I'm going to have to trim this one, which is fine. This needs the pin put back in it. Now, let's not do a good job of gluing down that first one. That's what the problem is. Let's have that at the top. Oh, wait a minute. No, from the patterning, I like... Oh, jeepers. I'm getting that blue everywhere, aren't I? Yeah, I like that one with the blue that I'm wearing. Pretty. All right, let's do this one. You know what? I want to do this one. How many do I have? I have a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus the other 2 that I made, but 6 so far here. We'll do 2 more. We'll do this one, and then I have this paper. This one isn't as tall, but that's the same one that was in my demo paper. So, and then we'll move on to decorating. So we're getting another storm this weekend. Now, this one supposedly is not going to be so much a snowstorm as it is going to be a windy storm. So I'm not exactly happy about that. It's going to be very strong winds, high winds. And that can be very, are these matched up right? I think so. But that can be very problematic because I live in the woods, surrounded by trees. Yeah. Last time we had a windstorm, I lost a dozen trees. 2 fell on my roof. 1 fell on my son's car, totaled it. And it also landed on my car. My car's dented still. I never put anything about it. But yeah, so we're not looking forward to windstorms. 50 to 60 mile an hour winds, I think, is what I heard. Not a fan of that. And the bigger problem, well, I mean, yeah, that's a problem right there. But also the other problem is we lose power during those type of storms. Ugh. We don't need to lose power. We were so fortunate on this last storm. I did so much cooking to prepare and have things that we could eat if we lost power. So I made a dozen hamburgers. Well, I took what I had left because we did eat some of them. But I pre-made a dozen hamburgers. So I took what I have left, stuck that in the freezer. I pre-made some chicken wings. We ate those. And then I pre-made some chicken, it was like boneless thighs or something. I froze that because I might need it for this weekend and I don't want to have to redo all that cooking. It's a lot. So that's the plan. Because my mother's like, are you going to do more cooking? I'm like, no. I got stuff in the freezer. And I froze some sliced turkey from Christmas, some from Thanksgiving, and I had gotten a Costco chicken at one point, and I sliced that up. So I have all that in my freezer. Plus I have like canned chicken, canned tuna. We have gluten-free ramen. I do have a way to boil water. So as soon as I lose power, I get my system going. It heats it up with candles. And I got it off Temu, and everybody laughs at me, but laugh all you want. This little nothing looking thing, it works. It's like this silver looking disc stand. It's like that tall, and you put candles in it. It's supposedly just one tea light supposed to do it. I don't. I put 8 tea lights in it. And there's it's stainless. So there's a top, stainless top, there's a stainless bottom, and then there's a stainless sort of part going all around, and it has holes in it so the air can escape with the candles. Love it. And it takes not quite an hour for the entire teapot. I have a stainless teapot too. I got that at Walmart. It takes about I don't know, 45 minutes ish for the whole full teapot to get rocking and rolling. But once it does, I keep it going. Like, I have water put aside because I lose power so much. When I lose power, I lose water. So as soon as I use the water in this teapot, I automatically put more in, and I always keep that boiling or thereabouts the entire time I have water. I have power out, because we can use that for tea. We can use that for ramen. We can use that for hot chocolate. I have this powdered apple cider mix. We can use it for that. My son has all different types of ramen that he likes. So, yep, super practical. And it's a source of heat, too. And granted, it's tiny, but hey, we were out of power for 3 days one year. That is that. Yep. So this is like the best thing. And I have it. I buy the tea lights at Walmart. 50 of them, unscented, white tea lights. Used to be $5. I think it's gone up to like $7 or something like that now. But anyways, I have 150 tea lights in the house. I have 2 of these silver heater disc things that I'm talking about. They sell it as something that you put like one of those clear glass teapots on. I don't know about that. It was like, I don't know. One of them was like $4. One of them was like $6. They were under $10 when I bought them. And I bought them a couple years ago. And then I went back after I used it, and I'm like, oh, there's something to this. So I had given one to my mom. I'd given one to a bunch of people. I have 2. I thought I had 3, but I have 2. And I have a plastic container just for that and the tea lights. And then I have those, those lighter igniter, but the long ones, because I can't light an actual little lighter, but I can light those big long things for the candles. I got magnetic hooks, and I put those on my refrigerator. So I always have my lighters there. And I have one on my stovetop, because that's magnetic too. Why is this glue such a problem? That's too much. So I am all set and I am prepared. I was a Girl Scout. I am used to being prepared. And you can also, on these silver candle heater things, if you open up a can, like a can of soup or something, and leave it in there, I can cook right from the can. See, there's still a problem. I can cook right from the can. But my son has this little tiny pan that he has with a lid. So we can put that on top of my silver cooking unit. And I bought a special pan to put on the other one. So my son has this pan. I'm allergic to dairy. I can't eat dairy. And he just reintroduced dairy. But I can't have it in my pans because I'm anaphylactic to it. So I got him his own pan. And he can cook his stuff in his pan. And my mom gave him a bigger pan as part of his Christmas gift. She said, what do you think he would like? I said, I'm sure he'd like a bigger pan. I didn't ink that one, but I inked this one. So that pan fits on this silver cooker thing. Now you can make little cooking apparatuses with those sterno things that you can use to light if you're doing like an event and you have those tinfoil trays and you put the little sterno underneath it and it will keep it warm. That's alcohol. I am allergic to alcohol, so I can't use that one. So I use tea lights. And depending on the company of the tea light, some of them I have from Amazon, which are pretty good. Some I have from Walmart, which are but it's a something. I can get 3 to 6 hours, depending. We're going to let that dry a second. Actually, we'll come back to this one. So those are pretty good for me. And I can get that little tea light thing going. I don't leave it going overnight unattended. Let me say that. I should have said that. But during the day, I keep it going the whole time. And I might switch out the tea lights a couple times a day. You know, adding new candles as they sort of burn away. And not a problem because I bought 150 of them. They come in packages of 50, so I have 3 packages of 50. So I'm prepared. Hope I don't need it. But I tell you, I lose power in the summer too, which means I lose water. But even in the summer, I get that going. I lost power here. Gosh, was it the beginning? It was like the very end of the summer, very, very beginning of the fall. I lost power, and it was out like a full day. And I immediately went and got that going. And I was grateful I did, let me tell you. Okay, so we have a whole bunch of these. These I'm going to do on my own time. I'll probably like make them tomorrow with my mom. So we have that. We are done with this, so I'm going to move this. So I used to get these at Hobby Lobby. You can get them on Amazon, and this one is from Temu. So check that out. So let's put that over there. let me bring this back in. Oh, and I also have some different die cuts here. I pulled those aside too. Let's put that in here. Bring out some of my little decorative bits. Actually, I probably don't need this on my desk anymore. Now, I had the idea of some of these keeping the holes at the top and some to use some whale tails on. And I'm in the process of doing that whale tail series of videos, so check that out because I'm showing all different ways to decorate whale tails, products to use, items to use, you know, ways to decorate it, things to decorate it with. I don't know, I'm kind of having fun with it. I'm slightly obsessed with these little buggers. You know, I like to have a whole bunch of these made for moments like this when I want to just come in and quickly make something. You know what, let's do this one here. Quickly make something and I don't want to spend all my time on the whale tails. I like to have them already made, already done up for me. And this is just a prime example of that. So for this, see, we can have it like that. My plan is to cover the hole, or we can have it like that. But I think I'm gonna do it like that, so it just covers up that hole. If I can get this glue working. Yep, that's. I need to spend more time cleaning that out. Love the glue, but it's the bane of my existence. There, and that matches that book page. Let's do another whale tail. I thought I had some. Oh, I pulled this one out, but this one, we'll do that one. This one's made out of wallpaper. Doesn't always hold the ink like the other ones do, but that's all right. And then the rest, I think we'll do the yarn or ribbon or whatever that is. I think it's like a ribbon. I mean, it's like a yarn, I mean. Because I bought it in a skein fashion. Where'd I put it? Oh, yeah, it's over there. Okay. All right. Let's put those over there. But now I want to decorate these. So that one's decorated. That one's decorated. Now, I have some of my bug stickers. Oh, look at that. Some of them are creepy. Some of them are, oh, look at that. Totally cool. I'll bring it up closer and show you. I don't know if there was a glare on it. awesome. And then I have a couple of these little things here. I'm going to glue that down. Keep it straight. Yeah, no, not straight. And then I think that's gold, but that's silver, and I'm okay with that. It's an Aurora Borealis one, so there is a little bit of gold to it. Put out a lot of glue. I never get these things straight till I pick them up. There. And then let's do this stuff. So it's Replay by Lion. Sweet Mint. I don't know. I saw it. I don't know if it was like on clearance somewhere, or if it was on sale. If it wasn't on sale, I wouldn't have bought it, let me tell you. It's so hard to get these things apart. All right, I'm just going to cut a big piece of this so I can get it off my desk. And then we'll cut some from this. It's really soft. I bought this and I bought sort of like a goldish color one, but I like this, the mint kind of color. I wanted them all in this. There. So we're going to add that to our finished pile. And I have paper dolls. I have a rose that I made. I don't want to cover up the butterflies. Oh, we'll do that one. I like that one. Although, do I want to do it on one? Yes. The stenciling. So I like the rose. Let's twist it a little bit for those lines. Let's see if I want to do a doll over it. I may not, actually. Oh, that's cute. All right, let's do her. And then I have my word stickers here. Since there's sort of metallic in that, I thought of maybe using some of these. So this one says, spread kindness. And this has that gold metallic lettering, which I think will match the paper. I think it's straight. I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell anymore till I go to use it. And I'm not going to do that because that does read a little bit more silver. And now there's a lot of gold on this. These are my 2 fur tags. That's cute. I love the flower. I need to make more of those flowers. Let me know if you want me to do that on video. I did a video probably a year ago on them. Plus, I have this flower. Oh, I like that. Was that too busy though? Is there such a thing? You know, I think I do like it better on that. We'll do it on this one. That's pretty. All right, let's see what we want for a word. Discover your passion. I like that. And I always add a little bit of glue to these when I remember. I don't care what brand they are, what company they're from. They never stick. Over time they come off. Pretty. I don't know if I'll come back and do flat back gems on them. I don't know, but that's another idea to, if I do, I might just do 1 or 2. This video has gone long. There's that. I want to finish doing these. Yep, I like them. And I want to get out my little tag ticket things. One plus 1 equals 2. That's perfect for this. The mother and the son. I just got to get the sticker off of it. Here we go. A little gloppy, but let's spread it out. There. And let's do a little bit of this green. My body is tired from doing all that shoveling. My son did a ton of shoveling yesterday and then the day before. Plus, he's been working. Oof. This one. I want to do some more of these bugs. Love it. I like the creepy bugs. I mean, I'm not 100% sold on them in real life. I like the stickers and the stamps and the stencils and, you know, all that fun stuff. Cool. I mean, I am one of those weirdos that will go up and say, who wants to hold the snake? Who wants to pet the tarantula? Yeah, that's me. It's always been me. That's me. Sneeze words. Let's see. Let's go to the black gold ones and see what we have. Find inner peace. That sounds like a good one. I just realized my fingers are covered in glue. Shocker. All right, where are we going to put this? And this is how my fingers get covered in glue. Oh, I like that. I'm weird, but that's okay. All right, let's do these. I'll have 3 left. What is this? I pulled this aside. I didn't even look at it. Oh, magic spells and potions. It's not going to fit on one of these. But I will keep it for something else. All right. These I was thinking for the paper dolls. I think... Oh, what is this one? I don't want to cover all the flowers, though. So let's look for some individuals. There's this little bug right here. I don't know what he's doing. All right, we have 2 right here. Let's see. Oh, she has flowers or something in her hair. I'm going to put her right there. I like her right there. I didn't... Oh, yeah, I did ink this one up. There. So in theory, this can go quickly if you're not sitting here yakking away like I am. And let's see. I want a bit of that. And my words. She's kind of blending a little bit, but that's okay, I guess. Let's do Dream Big with her. I have to pick it up so I can get it straight. And that one, should we do adventure? Kind of looks like she's going on an adventure. And then, here it is. Now, I have to tell you, I love Maine. I've been to 49 states. I thought it was 48, but I counted. I redid it. It's 49. The only place I have not been is Hawaii. And I could live anywhere, you know, assuming I had the money. But I could choose my own adventure and be where I wanted to be. But I love Maine. I do. I love Maine. I love the people. I love the terrain. But let me tell you, the older I get, the more I hate the snow. Oh my goodness. I never used to hate it this much. Ugh. I mean, physically, this glue is a hot mess. Physically, it's very demanding on my body. Yes, I'm lucky that I have my son to help, and I have a fantastic plow guy who does not normally shovel. He just normally plows, and then, you know, he's done and he's on his way. But this, I don't know. My friend keeps telling me I need to date younger men. That requires dating. It requires peopling. But maybe I should say, are you somebody that would like to shovel driveways? Have that be like criteria. You know, I was kind of stuck on this like crafting sugar daddy thing. But whatever, I can buy my own supplies. I could use a shoveler. So maybe I've like upped my criteria. I don't know. What do you think? No. All right, I have 3 left. Let's see. All these have butterflies, and this is not a butterfly. So I'm kind of thinking maybe no on the bugs. But, oh, I do have these. Oh, look at these. I forgot I had these. This one has some pretty red in it. Oh, look at that. Okay. I don't know. A couple more here. Let's see. It's a little garish with the colors. You know, I kind of like them sideways. Let's do a little inking. It's staying more on my fingers than it is on the sticker. We'll do a word with that too. I don't think we're going to do the people. I think we'll just leave it with the bugs. Some of these are moths. Some of these are not butterflies. But that is okay. In those two, I did the whale tails, so I don't need to put fibers. We'll see. And Cassie Rose is in here. You may have just heard her. There was some concern the other day that I wasn't letting her in. I had a whole bunch of stuff and she was ready to knock over my stuff while she was coming in. And I'm like, no, no, no. She came in ahead of time. Let's do some stickers and then we're going to call this project done. Might do like that little piece of bling that I have left. Let's see. I'm going to do Create Magic. With a ton of glue. Just going to wipe it on that. Stay grateful. We'll do Breathe Deeply with this one. And I have a little bit of bling left, so we're just going to put it here so it doesn't go to waste. And then let's do sort of like a flip through of all of these. Let me get rid of that. Let me clean up this. Oh, I didn't even use the die cuts I pulled aside. Perfectly fine. I had plenty of goodies to play with. Let's do a flip through of all the ones that I got made, because I got a lot made. I am very happy with these. Now, once again, I will probably go back and do some flat back gems on them, especially when I decide what journal I'm putting them in, just to kind of coordinate with some of the color scheme. That one came out pretty. Wish I had more of those stickers. I'll have to look through my stash. I love that one with the little flower that I made. I'll probably make some more of these. Love the bugs, I have to say. I'm a fan of those. That one came out really pretty too. These were the two that I made as my sort of demo pieces. So we'll count these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 12 made. I am so happy with that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Check out my website, www.elementalenergieswiththesand.com. Lots of fun things there. If you'd like to get a private psychic reading with me in the Akashic Records, which is your past lives, check that out. That is there. And I have crystals and art and tarot decks and classes and free printables and all that fun stuff there too. So check all that out. Please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Trying to get my numbers up. You guys are helping me, but I still need to get just a few more to get my numbers up. I would really appreciate the help. Thanks so much for tuning in. Tomorrow I will do my best to get that part 2 of the whale tails video done. That one takes a lot of prep work ahead of time. Thanks so much for tuning in and for your support. I appreciate it. Take care. Be free.